Today we're going to be talking about the Invoxia Cellular GPS tracker. We're going to talk about why this is better than the Apple Airtag and why this is something that one-wheel riders, e-scooter riders, e-bike riders will want to look into. Someone in our local group, they had their one wheel stolen right out of their garage. The garage was locked, but the thieves were able to bypass the garage, get into their storage unit, and walk away with two one wheels. Fully caught on security camera, so they had security cameras. We know what these people look like. We know they stole these one wheels, but the chances of getting these wheels back, very low, unfortunately. So today we're going to be talking about this cellular tracker by Invoxia, which we can use to follow and potentially recover our stolen goods. To be clear, this is not a theft prevention device. It's not going to deter them because hopefully this will be hidden within your device, and we're going to show you how we can hide this in these devices, but this is for theft recovery. So the Apple Airtag, which is actually the first device that I went and purchased to try on these devices, very small, very discreet, easy to hide in something like this. The problem is it's designed by Apple to help you find something that you've lost. It's not designed for you to recover something that's been stolen, and because of that, Apple has put in and made changes over time to make it so that it's not used for something like stalking. They don't want the AirTag, since it's so small, to be something that I could slip into Andrew's pocket and then follow him wherever he goes and use it as like a stalking device. So if I had an AirTag hidden in here and someone were to steal my one wheel, I have about 1 day before that thief would be notified by the AirTag that they're being followed. So that is a huge limitation with the AirTag. The other problem with the AirTag is it doesn't tell you where your device has been over time. It just shows you where it is at that current moment when you're checking. Shout out to the folks over at Invoxia for sending us these trackers to test and to try out. Very simple, very clean looking. It does have a light here, a light that turns on. There's a little dimple or indentation here that is a button that you can press, a little opening for it to be charged. So this is rechargeable. And then you have this little leather strap, this little tether on the end. There's only one place that you can put it within your device. So finding the right place to put this Invoxia GPS tracker has been a challenge. We opened up this compartment here. I thought I'd be able to slip it into this open space where the wiring is, but it's just too tight. And so I've been searching and I found a little empty space behind this rail here. I clipped off the cable or the little leather strap that it comes with to give it a smaller footprint. And check this out. Fits perfect like a glove. Now I'll just make sure it's in a plastic bag, and I think I'll just secure it with some zip ties, some cable ties, to make sure it doesn't fall out. So pretty clean looking, very discreet. I mean, no one's going to know that that's there if they're not looking for it. The metal rails do not interrupt the cellular signal, which when we put it into some of the bike frames or the scooter frames, that complete metal compartment interrupts the cellular signal, and we don't have that problem here. Very easy to do, and we're going to do that with Andrew's wheel.
And the only reason why it works on this one rail on this side is because every other rail has some type of wiring in there. We've cut off the strap here.
I would not install it in my one wheel without putting it in a bag, just because the device is not water resistant and it's not waterproof.
And you can shove it right in here.
So it's going to be a tight fit.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's very snug. We've tried different areas, we've tried different compartments in the one wheel, no success. There you go.
You got it?
Got it. So can you see that? A couple advantages to why we would want to use this. It uses a 4G type network. It's a newer type of 4G that uses less energy. When I first installed it with a full charge, I put the device in my backpack and I went to Hawaii, went to different islands, went to California for a little bit, then came back to Colorado, and that drained it down to 69%. I changed the settings on there so that it'd be more energy efficient. I disabled the movement detection. I set up a Geo Fencing or a safe zone around my house so that I wouldn't get alerts while it was in my home area. And after that, the battery use drainage has been super low. So in the last 7 days, it's gone from 69% down to around 66%. So pretty impressive, the battery life. I anticipate this is going to last a few months with the way I have it set up. They say you can get long battery life up to 4 months. That's pretty impressive. That's probably when it's in a standby mode. Also, the movement detection, I've seen varying reports online, but for me, it actually worked pretty quick. If I have movement detection on or tilt detection, it's like within a minute. If someone touches this or picks this up, I get notified on my phone and I can go check out what's going on. The app is very clean, very well done. I'm very impressed with the app. Easy to use. Setup just took a few minutes, and once I had it set up, I was ready to go. You do need to know though, because it is using a cellular network, it does require a yearly fee. Ours came with 1 year of data plan included. A couple of the cool features we've already touched on is the kind of zoning or geo fencing. You can do that around your home. You can do that around your friend's home. Now, let's say someone takes your Onewheel from your garage. You track where it's been. You get close to that location, but you're still not quite sure. And because it's using a cellular GPS network, it can get you about within 60 feet of where the device is. At that point, what you'll use is a proximity radar. So this is my Onewheel. I can turn on proximity radar, and it gives you this little radar thing to kind of show you how far you are from your wheel, how far you are from the device. And once you get close, if the device is concealed or hidden from view, you can use this feature. It's a ringing feature. It gives you peace of mind that you're going to know where your wheel is, or where your e-bike is, or where your e-scooter is. The biggest problem that I see is finding a place to hide it. And we found a good location here within the Onewheel XR. Okay, with the brand new Onewheel Pint X and the Invoxia, it's not going to be as straightforward. If you take off the fender, there's one spot here in this rear rail where there are no cables. All the other corners have cables running. They come from down below, and I pop it in there. It actually slides in pretty easily. The problem is there's a piece of plastic down there that keeps it from tucking in nicely. But when you put on the fender delete or the fender itself, as I'm about to do here, it doesn't quite snap flush because it's pushing on the Invoxia. Right here, if you were to just shave that down a little bit, and if you zoom in here, you can see where it's pushing. It's pushing right there where it's kind of indented the plastic, but it's going to take a little DIY. But if you were to shave down this piece of plastic here, when you snap your fender on, it'll fit nicer. Another option is to just have this Velcroed up onto the front. Of course, if you were to Velcro it in the front, you wouldn't be able to really put it into a bag. So I'd recommend getting a little plug, something to close that opening. And then the other option I found is Velcroing it right here, right? Just right there. These are all places that are fairly discreet. Most criminals wouldn't be smart enough to know that this is a tracking device. You let me know of any other places that you can think of on the Onewheel Pint X or Onewheel Pint to put this tracker on. With the scooters, with the e-bikes, because they're bigger, there's just more places to attach it to. We're gonna take it out of your device and try it on some of these other devices that we have behind us. So if you need a charge,
Ooh, whoa.
it's as simple as cutting off some zip ties and then just pulling the bag out. Is that your phone notifying you that it's moving?
I think, is it? Let me see here. Movement detected is what it said.
We've got a bunch of bikes, we've got a bunch of scooters. Sometimes just hiding it in plain sight might be your best option. We have the battery compartment right here, and basically if we just took some Velcro, the advantage to this is it kind of blends right in, right? And when you need to, you'd be able to just plug it into your battery here to charge. A lot of these e-devices come with USB ports to charge peripherals. Another place you can put it on an e-bike is you can tuck it up and under in the seat here. There's different areas to try to hide it up and under the seat. right? This is a more water protective position. You're the scooter expert, Andrew. Tell us where you'd put it on a scooter.
So they suggest not putting it in a full metal container. Pretty much every single scooter deck is made out of metal and has typically a metal top.
One of the things you have to think about though is the harder it is to put it somewhere, the harder it's gonna take to get it out and to charge it.
Exactly, 100% there. This one has a USB charger right here on the side, also has a USB charger inside of this throttle display. So if you can find some way that's close to here, you could also get it inside of a scooter bag and put it in there. You could strap it right to the very bottom of this deck right here. It blends in with the deck, so it looks like it's almost part of the deck.
Just play around with it and be creative, right? The nice thing is this thing isn't too big, and so you can, attach it here. You could try to attach it here.
Cable wrap right here, and just get some additional cable wrap to wrap it around with.
Yeah.
It'd make it look like a really thick cable.
And you're so close that you'd be able to plug that in and charge while you ride.
So you could even use this charger right here. Charge it up when you ride.
Oh yeah, it's on, the light's on.
There you go, it's charging right now.
Perfect. The Invoxia was actually designed for the motorcycle user, but I think the application to e-devices, it's very applicable. The EUC doesn't have a lot of nooks and crannies to hide it into, but I would say just Velcroing it right there. Read more about it on our website. Which one? Thanks for watching, and remember, when you guys ride, wear your safety gear.